Hello, welcome to another session of the Women and ADR Podcast. I'm glad to have you once again. My name is Sichope Akua Agboklu, your host for this session. With me are two ladies from Women and ADR, and I would love to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves. To my extreme left.
My name is Hassana Mohammed. I'm an ADR practitioner and a member of the Women and ADR Association.
And I'm also Lady Nancy Abuaji. I'm an ADR practitioner and a member of Women and ADR.
It's good to have you once again. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's move or zoom into our discussion straight away. How can one become a member of Women and ADR?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the membership of Women in ADR is open to women practitioners in the ADR space and then other women who are interested in the practice. So when you express an interest, you just reach out to us on any of our contact numbers. You'll be helped by any of the personnel that you talk to on how to begin the process to become a member.
And viewers will put out the contact numbers at the end of the program for you and all the social media handles so that if you need their services, you can contact them. Thank you. Lady Nancy.
Yes.
What are some of the activities of Women and ADR?
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me add one to what Lady Asana just said. So, as becoming a membership, we also have some men who have shown interest that they also want to be members. So, yes, men, you are welcome. So, we will make you friends of Women and ADR so that you support us. Yes, we need you. Yes, we need you.
That's great.
Yes, we need the men in to support us. Financially, they will bring us something. That's just by the way. Okay, Women and ADR as our vision and our mission that we want to bring in the young, trained ADR practitioners who want to practice very well. We have embarked on a lot of projects. For now, we are doing market outreach. That is, we're going to the markets to educate the women on ADR, the market women, on ADR activities and the reason for them to do ADR. And also, we want to train some of the market women. We want to set up offices in the market. So then we will train some of the market women as mediators, so that whenever they have issues, they themselves will come together and settle their issue. Because the reason why we want to target the market is that if someone has a case and has to go to court, for instance, a market woman selling bojo, maybe her capital or his capital is just about 500 cedis, and there is an issue in court that the person has to attend, has to leave these things if it's perishable goods. And whenever court calls, you have to go. So if he has to go to court for 3 times, 4 times in a month or maybe 2 months, the person has to leave all his or her items and go to court. And that alone is going to cost the person. So if we're able to set up an outfit for them in the market, as they said that where 2 or 3 women are gathered, there's conflict. For that one, you can't dispute that fact. Yes, it goes on everywhere. You can talk about number of them. So I think if we are able to do that for them, it will really help them. And that is one of our motives. That is what we are doing. Last month, we went to Kaswa Market, our maiden ADR advantage, and it was so superb. The women were so happy. The response was so good. Okay. They were so happy because most people it's hardly that they hear about ADR. The only place that they know is the court. So they embrace it very well.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to you. Lady Asana, can you continue some of the activities that
Okay,
the
as-
group has embarked on?
Yes, so as Lady Nancy said, we have embarked on market project and it's an ongoing project.
Okay.
The first place was Kaswa, but we intend to move to other markets as
Okay.
and when the need arises. And then we are also involved in youth mediation, where we have selected schools that we mentor the children. You know, is important that every policy, everything that we want to do, we start with the children, then it grows with them. So that tomorrow they don't grow up to be adults and be asking what is ADR, because they've been exposed to it at a very early age. So that is one of the things that we are also doing. And then we are also involved in mentoring other people who are interested in the ADR practice. So when they express their interest to be practitioners or they want to have knowledge, we also mentor them as well. And then we are also intending to move across. We have regional centers where we have representatives from the regions, because we want to spread the knowledge across. Just not stay in Accra and do whatever.
Yeah, I think that will do for one of your future plans, as we discussed before coming on set. So, could your engagement of the youth, could one of the reasons be the fact that these children are in our homes, where we have conflicts between parents, and then they witness some of these conflicts, misunderstandings, breakage of marriages, homes, and all of that. And they turned out to be people, the people who suffer from some of these conflicts the most. Could this be one of the reasons why you have started to engage the youth in this?
Absolutely. Because when the children, not only within their homes, even in the school environment, there are a lot of disputes that children have amongst themselves, and even their teachers and all that. And then even in the homes, when you're talking about matrimonial disputes, you know, at the center of every matrimonial dispute are children.
Yeah.
And a few days ago, I was having a conversation with somebody. I was telling her that over here in Africa, especially in Ghana, to be specific, we do not measure the psychological effect of these kind of disputes on the growth of our children. So we are only interested in growing and all that, but we are not doing a real assessment of the psychological well-being of our children. Any child that grows up in a chaotic environment becomes a chaotic adult. Yeah. So if we have children who are able to understand what disputes are, the forms of resolving them, and how to resolve them within themselves, because we have something called self-mediation. Yeah. If there's a problem between them as children, and they are able to, because you know the level of understanding of children is not as the level of adults. Yeah. So if there's a problem within two children and they can resolve it amongst themselves without an adult even coming in between them, is a plus for us. Yeah. And children who can resolve issues at that young age grow up to be very better analytical thinkers, and that is what we need for the growth of our society too.
And I think that's a very good initiative from the group. Lady Nancy?
Yes, let me add some to what Lady Asana just said about the youth mediation. I think we've started in one school, Light of the Child also, one school in Kwabinya. And the first day that we went there, one child said, "I want you to speak to my mother." For what reason, we didn't know. And you could see that the child was eager, because I think there's a problem at home. And coming to learn about ADR, coming to learn about mediation, she wanted us to talk to the mother to find out what is going on. So we took the mother's number, and Dr. Nate did the follow-up and spoke to the mother. And you could see that there was a problem at home. So if we're able to catch them young, as Lady Asana said, and train them among themselves from the school, even at home, among themselves as brothers and siblings, they can resolve issues themselves. And also when their parents are in disputes. These children can come in, mommy, please, or daddy, please, let's do it this way. Why don't you? You see, they see themselves as mediators. And what we are doing in the school, you could see that the children are so happy that they are mediators. They are able to resolve. And the first day, I could remember, we were asking them to share their experience, a conflict with one of them, like if you had a conflict dispute with one or a friend, a colleague, and the stories that came out, one boy, everybody was mentioning one particular boy's name, and everybody was like, why that boy?
Troublesome.
Yes, it's a troublesome. So that particular guy or boy, with the help of the mediation process that we go through, we could see that he has changed.
Wow.
Because everybody was then mentioning, and you could see that he was just doing it without even knowing the consequences. Yes. So later on, when we asked him to also share his experience with other children, then he started laughing and said, so I was doing this, I was doing that. Everybody was mentioning my name. Everybody was doing it. You see, all these things. So when we keep on doing this in the schools, it's going to help the children. It's going to help them shape them when it comes to conflict. You see, in some parts of our countries, you could see that there are a lot of conflict going on. It all started from infancy, as people were not trained how to resolve issues. And that is why when they grow old, they become so litigant to the point that they don't want to let anything
go at all.
Yes, but if you're able to train them from now, I think it will make a headway for the country.
Wow,
and also
that's laudable.
Yes,
so good. There's one of your activities that has to do with compiling list of private practitioners. Can you throw more light on that?
Okay, as we said earlier, the group is consists of practitioners, women practitioners. So there are some who are already in the practice, and then we have people also calling in to help resolve their problems. So we have compiled a list of practitioners that when you call, we can easily assign you to one of them to help you resolve your problem, depending on the location that you are and where the availability of that person.
Okay.
Let me, I don't know whether it's a point or I want to add to. We also do, like we will go to churches, we go to corporate bodies like companies. If you want us to come and share, talk to you about ADR as an advantage over the traditional litigation, we are welcome. You can call us and we come to your churches, then we discuss the benefit of ADR, advantages and disadvantages, why you have to opt for ADR. Yes.
Okay. All right. So going forward, what are the future plans of the group?
Okay, thank you. I think that is a group that hopes to spread its tentacles across, not just within Ghana, but to move beyond Ghana and go to Africa, and even beyond Africa to the world.
Okay.
Because ADR is something that brings people together, regardless of their culture, their language, or everything. ADR allows people to speak one language, and that's peace. And once we are interested in making peace, then we would want to share that knowledge across people everywhere they find themselves. Once you are not at peace and you want to make peace with people around you, we are ready for you. Thank you.
So how many of the regions in Ghana have you been able to establish your office far?
I think for now we have 2 of those regions, the Central region and then the Ashanti region. And we are hoping within the next few months to spread out to other regions as well.
All right. All too soon, viewers, we have come to the end of this podcast. I'm grateful for staying with us. Thank you, and we hope to see you next time. To my panelists, thank you very much for coming once again, Lady Asana and then Lady Nancy. I hope when we call on you for the next session, you would gladly avail yourself. Now, for my viewers, if you wish to contact the Women and ADR, we have the following numbers: 027 809 8704. I take it again: 027 809-8704. Another line 024-666-4770. 024-666-4770. Or you can contact them on their email handle women.adr@gmail.com. women.adr@gmail.com, small letters. Then on their Facebook handle, we have Women and ADR. You can just go on Facebook and then look for Women and ADR and you get to their page. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.